Morning everybody, it's the 28th of June today. I actually said it was the 28th of June yesterday, so my apologies on that one. Another day in my daily diaries of looking after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. It's actually 2 months today since I did my first one. I remember just walking along the front thinking, I need to sort of do something, and just recorded myself. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do with it, where I was going to put it or anything. I know I've heard of TikTok and I've watched YouTube and that sort of stuff, but never ever thought I'd ever be on it. I never thought I'd be getting such a good response to it neither. So yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. It does me the world of good. Some days when I'm okay, I can just rabbit on like I'm doing now. And other days when when it's sort of, you got the weight on my shoulders and it's, I'm just feeling shit and down, and it's going to be a hard day just to offload and get off my chest. So yeah, I'm 2 months, I've surprised myself. So yeah, so I hope you're all enjoying it. I know I've got a lot of followers now and people are watching regularly, so thanking you. If you're new to this, the very first one I did, well, it was 2 months ago, so it was 28th of April. So it's not that long ago if you want to go back and watch from the start and just see my journey, the ups and the downs, some jokey parts where we've had a bit of fun. I've told you a bit of, a few things that we've laughed about. There's also one where I think about 10, 12, 15 minutes long where I just give you a complete rundown of how Angie used to be. The woman she was, and how she was the matriarch of the family, and strong, etc. So if you haven't seen that, go back and try and find that. That was within sort of a week or so of me first starting it, just to give you a rundown. So yeah, I'm gonna carry on, crack on with them, and the more I do, I think the more I get better at it. Yesterday was last night. Jo got to bed last night, and she was asleep pretty quick. But as I was ready for going to bed myself, because she'd gone quiet, she then started again rolling and making these movements, and so I had to hold back a bit before I got in bed. But during the night, she's been okay. She was very hot at one point. Again, we only had the cotton sheet on us, so I just uncovered her, and then felt her later on, 15 minutes or so, and she'd cooled down. So I've not had to get up and change or anything during the night. So I've given her 8 o'clock tablets, and I've changed her then because she was wet through, soaking wet. But her nightie was wet, the back was wet through. So I've taken that off and put a clean one on. I'll get the washer on in a bit. I've got to get her up early this morning. Well, early-ish. I said 10 o'clock because we've got somebody coming viewing our bungalow this morning at 12 o'clock. So fingers crossed. I was hoping the weather would have been nice and I could have opened these big patio doors and give that first impression when they walk in, walking out into the garden. But it is what it is. So I'm sure I can get my selling head on and help persuade them, shall we say. So yeah, yesterday was probably the usual. I got her up and we met Marilyn, her sister, and her chat. But our grandson come over with his missus and the little baby one, just for a couple of hours, because he'd spoke to me the day before. So I said, come over. So he had a ride over, which was pretty good, because it's like 50 minutes to an hour drive over. So he got his mate to bring him over. So that was a nice change. But again, Angie didn't really conversate, shall we say. She sort of answered and nodded, to any questions and that, really. So, but that's Angie's normal day now. Then they got off, so we got back, and I'd made a nice stir fry for our tea. So she ate it all again. I chopped it all up in tiny bits. You know, all the noodles. I had to chop them all up. So, but yeah, she ate it again with a spoon. And I've also started giving her a metal straw now to drink her teas and her coffees with and a juice, which it's really helping. She's actually finishing her drinks as well now. She drinks her water out of a bottle, and she always liked a cup of tea, but she always left sort of a quarter of the cup of the tea in the bottom of the cup. So this way, she's finishing it all. She's slurping it out at the bottom of the cup, so she's getting the extra liquid as well. So that's been a plus. I took it out with us yesterday. I don't mind. She can drink a tea or a latte with a straw in a cafe. I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me. And it shouldn't bother anybody else. But if it does, I don't care. I don't care if it bothers anybody else. It's what happens. What's more important is what happens between me and Angie. So, and if the straw thing is better, then it's better. That's what's going to happen. She's very restless all evening though, and the further the evening got on, the more she was really sort of fidgety, and then the hair twisting started, which I said, right, Angie, come on, do you want to go to bed? What time is it? It's 9:20, 9:30. When I say it's a mumble, when I get back, so but I guess Anyway, she's fine. I got up about 10:15. And got her to bed about 10:30ish, 20 to 11, something like that, when she got to bed. So hopefully, and I get her up in a bit for the breakfast, because it's about 10 o'clock. So hopefully she should be all right today. Not tired, I hope. We'll see what this afternoon brings. Our lad was going to come over today, but because it's Angie's birthday next weekend, I'm booking the big table again over a carvery type place over that end where I usually take us all out. So they're going to do that next Saturday. So I gave him the option yesterday. So you can still come over, I said, or you can just wait till next Saturday and see your mum next Saturday. So he's gone for option 2. Saves him coming all this way, doesn't it? You can always, if you need to, you can always ring up. He keeps in contact with me. He sends me texts and whatever. He's asking how she is. So yeah, and then tomorrow we're going over Bolton Way to watch the grandson get his presentation, his football presentation due. So hopefully, I think he's on. Hopefully, he's on for one of the awards, either players player or parents player, because he's won that a couple of times during the season. So fingers crossed. But again, even if he doesn't get anything, it's just good. It's good. So I want to be there just to give him a bit of encouragement. Yeah, and we'll probably have a bite to eat and a coffee or something with them all, and then come back. So I don't know what we're going to do this afternoon. We'll see. Whether probably get out with it being Saturday afternoon. If we just go out and go for a coffee and a stroll along the prom, get our wraps up, because it's windy. It's windy, but like I said, it just does you good to get out there. Yeah. Yesterday she got the calendar picture right again. She's proving me wrong, isn't she, when I keep saying she gets it wrong. Because she got it right again. He's there, right. Who's that, Angie? Baby Ali. Straight away, without even a thought. So we'll see what she does today. But I'll let you know. I'll keep this up as a daily thing. I'll let you know if she gets it right or wrong. And then I don't know who's on next month. So there might be a couple. I think if there's more than one or two faces, I think that might be the one where she might struggle, like she did last month. She'd guess one or two of them and not the others, or she wouldn't get any, or she'd get them mixed up. So yeah, we'll see. So I think that's it for today. I'm just to do a bit of tidying up and get this washer going and get it all done before these people come at 12 o'clock viewing the house. So yeah, so again, like as usual, please press your like button, send me any comments, follow me, check my profile page. If you're not watching on YouTube, press the subscribe button, send a comment, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So you take care now. Bye.